Hello, my name is Hunter, the movie reviewing pony, because when it comes to cinema, humans cannot be trusted. And I'm aware that we are reviewing episodes, but by Celestia, that catchphrase is stuck. Season 5, Episode 8, The Lost Treasure of Griffonstone. Which, admittedly, given the title, I thought this was gonna be a daring do episode. However, what this episode ended up doing was bringing back a lot of my bad memories about the war. Oh, just what I wanted to deal with. This episode stars Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie. Funny, it's a Griffin episode, and the last time we saw Griffin was when the episode focused around those two. Okay, I know it wasn't the last time we saw Griffin, but it was the last time we focused on one. Still, way to be predictable! Though I can safely say this is the first episode where I've gotten at least 10 flashbacks, so I had to rewatch it because I was too distracted by the flashbacks. It's not my fault I fought in a war. Anyway, I can't really think of anything else to say, so let's not waste any time. Let's have a look at The Lost Treasure of Griffonstone. Just to clarify, this is not a Daring Do episode. So the episode opens up at Super Kibble Corner, and no one outside of my group of friends is going to get that joke, where Pinkie and Gummy are doing very evil things.
Very evil things.
We have absolutely nothing to do today except eat.
Oh dear God. Actually, it's always been up in the air whether Pinkie Pie can bake something or not. But then again, this is the pony that put hot sauce on a cupcake in the very first episode. Anyway, this goes on for a while, and then her cutie mark starts blinking.
You know what this means?
No, we haven't exactly established what that means. This is kind of the first time it's happened.
The map.
The map?
The map.
The map.
The map.
I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map.
So Pinkie Pie leaves to consult the map.
I'm the map!
And, leaves Gummy in charge of the, baking. Brilliant. After that, we get our opening title sequence, which was copyright claimed in the last review, so I need to get through it as swiftly as possible. You jerks. You can't silence us. No one can silence us. Many have tried, and they've all failed. Anyway, can we just figure out where the hell the map wants them to go?
The map is summoning you to Griffonstone.
Griffonstone? Okay, just to clarify, this is the same Griffonstone where we storm the city streets with tanks, right? They're gonna write history books about it one day. The Great Battle of Griffonstone, where over 5,000 ponies met their fate.
But Griffins were known to be rude, insensitive bullies.
See, Rainbow Dash knows what I'm talking about, mainly because she fought in the war with us.
You mean Gilda?
No! And you're the smart one?
Well, maybe Gilda was a little rude. You still get to go to Griffonstone, and according to this book, it has a rich, fascinating history.
Yeah, well, most of that fascinating history blew up. Anyway, Twilight gives us the backstory of, the Griffin Kingdom, even though I could tell you that. It was all about how King Grover used this idol to unite the Griffins. What she didn't talk about was how a later king started the war. King Candrin later used the United Griffin Kingdom to wage a war against Equestria under the command of Grendelmore the godlike Griffin. We just don't talk about that stuff because of the TVY rating. I'd also like to point out that Griffonstone is not on the Equestrian map. So, what's it doing here? The Griffins have their own country. Seriously, here's a map. Where is it? It's not there. You wanna know why? Because all the Griffins are overseas. Look, it's labeled that all the Griffins are overseas. Why does this matter? It doesn't! I suppose I'm just wondering why they managed to get on a train and get there. We do not have train lines that go over the ocean! Okay, seriously, this is driving me just a little bit crazy here. It took us 5 days to ship overseas to the Griffin Kingdom, and we had to fight our way through a blockade. Yet Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash could just get on a train. I don't like continuity errors. I do not.
I did not.
Alright, play it.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Always carry plenty of bits. The Griffins are sure to help you as long as you share the wealth.
Before you guys ask, yes, there's already vectors of that. So Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie begin the long, very long, annoying, vigorous, annoying, and long, tiring walk up to Griffonstone. Do not ask us how we got tanks up there. All the while, Twilight is narrating what she wants the two of them to do in Griffonstone, but they will never end up doing in Griffonstone. Anyway, they finally get up to Griffonstone, and I'm aware that I said Griffonstone like 5 times back there, to find it in shambles. They must have never recovered from the war. So yeah, Griffonstone is in shambles. Still. Well, it was 4.5 years ago. How long does it take you to rebuild?
Maybe we should just find the palace so we can ask the king what's going on. We don't have a king. Losers.
Yeah, 'cause we killed him. By the way, hi, Gilda.
Hello, Gilda. Dash.
Hunter. And I swear to all that is under Celestia's sun that she is a different voice actor now.
Don't tell me you really believe in that thing. Hey, Dash, think you got enough gas left to beat me to that cloud?
Comparisons! It's the first time I've actually been able to do that. Anyway, then this old guy shows up.
Oh, great. Now you got Grandpa Gruff started.
What is up with these fucking names that start with G? Is it just me? It can't just be me. Too many Griffin names start with G. Anyway, they pay the guy and he tells the story. He explains how this, thing broke in and stole the idol. Thing is, as it's escaping with it, he falls down this very deep pit, and then it dies. They don't tell you about the part where it dies, though. Damn you, TVY! Upon learning this, Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie split up. Rainbow Dash heads off to the gorge to get the idol, while Pinkie Pie goes to the library.
I'll need some rope, a grappling hook, and a guide to take me down to the abysmal abyss.
And I'll need some bits.
I don't know why you're surprised. I mean, you walked into a general store and you didn't expect to pay. Meanwhile, Pinkie Pie finds the library and, yeah, as I expected, it's blown up. I think I was actually the one that did that. Anyway, Pinkie doesn't find any interesting books, but that doesn't stop her from acting like an idiot.
You're right, Pinkie! And you've got amazing hair!
Okay, now I'm pretty sure you're vandalizing a statue. Okay, now I know you're vandalizing a statue. But anyway, Pinkie gets this brilliant idea.
Can't sing here. But how do you break into uplifting musical numbers with no singing?
Very carefully.
Very carefully.
Anyway, Gilda makes scones. Don't worry, this is plot relevant. But they're not very good. We'll talk more about that later. Meanwhile, Rainbow Dash stands at the edge of a cliff with probably the worst guide ever.
Strap on my helmet?
Can you give me more bits?
So, how deep is this abyss?
How deep are your pockets?
Don't you Griffins ever talk about anything but bits?
Give me some bits and I'll answer.
Okay, guys, I get that your economy went to shit after the war, but that is no excuse. Why don't we see how Pinkie Pie is doing?
Grandpa Gruff's recipe is good, but it's missing one important ingredient. Don't tell me. Friendship?
Now, Gilda, that's just stupid.
No. Baking powder.
See, even Pinkie Pie thinks that's just stupid. Anyway, then there's this other Griffin, and she falls down, and Gilda's all like, and I'm all like, her name starts with a G again! And Pinkie Pie comes to a sudden realization that she forgot Rainbow Dash.
Oh my gosh! I gotta go find Rainbow Dash!
So anyway, Rainbow Dash still hasn't gone down the cliff, and obviously she can't fly down because, well, the wind here is weird, and there's no explanation as to why the wind is being weird. So the rope breaks, leaving Rainbow Dash stranded on a rock because, again, she can't fly. But that's okay, because there's a Griffin up top who can throw down another rope.
Throw me another rope!
You got bits?
Okay, there's a difference between refusal of service and attempted murder. In all seriousness, this is probably the most asinine thing the writers have ever done. And also, it's probably not attempted murder. I don't know what it would be. Anyway, after a commercial break, and while I'm on the topic of the commercial breaks, come up with a new commercial! I mean, holy Celestia! You've been using the same one for 8 episodes!
Can you throw down a rope or something?
Unfortunately, Pinkie Pie is deciding to be useless during this episode and throws down the entire rope. Proving my theory that no one is going to be helpful in this episode, even the main cast. So Pinkie Pie goes back to Gilda for help, and Pinkie Pie's all like, help us, and Gilda's all like, no, and then Pinkie Pie's like, have a flashback! And so then Gilda has a flashback, which probably destroys a lot of headcanons. Actually, while this flashback is cute, at the same time, it's also lame in several ways. By the way, isn't it interesting how a flashback usually fixes everything?
Fine. I'll help her. But that doesn't make me her friend. Duly noted. Except it does.
Yes, what did I tell you about breaking the fourth wall, Pinkie? They have knives over there. Anyway, it's here that we discover that claws are the secret to traversing this cliff. Why we didn't think of this before, I have no idea. By the way, once again, Pinkie Pie is an idiot. I mean, more so than usual. So anyway, they all fall down and land at a thing. And it turns out that the thing is actually a dead thing. Which is arguably my favorite type of thing. It turns out the dead thing is the thing that took the shiny thing. And it's actually at this moment that I'm reminded back to Treasure Planet, because one of the main characters in that movie ended up making a similar decision. You realize what this means, right? We copied a Disney formula. Oh, joy. Oh, no. Oh, dear. They're gonna come at us with lawyers! And I believe this is a perfect time to point this out. These are the weakest rocks I have ever seen.
You're more important to me than some dumb chunk of gold.
That line was bad. That line was very bad. So the three of them get back to town and Gilda apologizes.
Thanks, Gilda. Apology accepted.
Yeah, it's only been, what, 4.5 seasons? And then the two of them encourage Gilda to make a few friends. through the power of scones. Then their cutie marks start blinking, which must mean their mission is complete. Then the three of them hug it out, thus ending this episode and my trip down memory lane. So that's the Lost Treasure of Griffonstone. Sorry if I sort of rushed through it in a few bits, but I'm kind of in a hurry this week. Also, I can't really decide if this episode is good or not. The plot is straightforward enough, and the moral is good enough. However, Pinkie Pie is a complete and utter idiot, and everyone else is an absolute jerk. And I know what you're thinking, but that's the point. They're supposed to be jerks in this episode. Yeah, but they're jerks to the point where it's unbelievable. One of the Griffins in this episode left Rainbow Dash to die because she didn't have any money. One of my pet peeves is unrealistic behavior, and this is one of them. Does it weigh down the episode? Yeah. Is it a bad episode? Well, no, actually. It's got its flaws, but this is actually a pretty good world-building episode. Also, Gilda comes back, and I still swear she is a different voice actress. Also, animation is good. The story behind how the gold thing ended up getting lost was pretty good, but there's no explanation as to where the Griffin King went. Maybe he died. I mean, obviously we know where the last king went. We killed him. It was necessary to end the war. We laid siege to that city for a month before they finally went down. I just hope we don't have to do something like this again. This was, like, almost too much. Humanity has their Vietnam flashbacks. We have flashbacks to the Griffin War. My name is Hunter, and this has been a Hunter Review. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I need therapy.